to see you, Grandfather.
Now, that's friendly of you to tell me that. Considering that you haven't seen me yet, all you've seen is your mirror image.
Oh, Grandfather, you're very naughty.
Welcome to Thursday night. Happy 67th birthday to someone. I knew you was close to 60 something, but I didn't know what. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to everybody born on January the 1st. Happy anniversary if you got married on the 1st. I hope everybody didn't get arrested. Thank you for the hearts. Hope you all didn't end up in jail or the hospital. Hello, 709. It's cold outside. I think it's in the 30s. You people in the USA, if you got paid on the 3rd from Social Security, you got it today. You got it today if you got direct deposit. And people, I'm getting my subscribers up about where I want it. But what I need you all to do, help me get my watch hours up. I need to be up around 3,000 watch hours. I was watching another YouTube channel, Triumphs Beware. I got more subscribers than he does. He done got monetized because he's over 500, but he had the watch hours. So, I'm asking my YouTube family, help me get my watch hours up. This guy, Triumphs Beware, hello, not. Hello, Destiny. Welcome back. I used to know a girl named Destiny, but I can't remember. Hello, Easton. Welcome. I hope everybody had a new year. Hope everybody made it home safe. Oh, your boy. Okay, I'm sorry. Usually Destiny is a girl's name. I'm sorry. At least I admit when I'm wrong. Hi, Easton. Happy late New Year. That's okay. I was on last night the New Year could be better. It could be better. My Christmas is, yeah. But I spent Christmas night with you all. Because nobody else in my family came and see me. Not even my a-hole brother who's older than me. No ladies, no foxy ladies. But my kitty cats kept me company. It is sad. It's sad for us old people But we got nobody who cares about us when we get old. When you get old, your kids will put you in a nursing home or assisted living. I ain't going to no nursing home at Augusta. That's what I say. I have you all. You're my family. You're all my family. You know, if I didn't have you all, my 5 kitty cats I have in the house, I got Margaret and her granddaughter Alexi, and the other 3's out in the living room. The outside cats is up on the porch in the big dog cage with a heat lamp and a tarp on the side of the porch to keep the wind. With even a heat lamp, I don't mind my electric bill going up $5. I know it does. I know it does. You know. I think Triumphs Beware came on YouTube in I want to think 2021. But his YouTube channel is very good. You know, I can't complain. Corruption. And, you know, but okay, thank you. Thank you. Like I said, people, school is out around here until Monday. Around here. I guess that's the same thing in other parts of the United States. School is out until they go back to school Monday because of Christmas holidays. I hope nobody got arrested. I hope no bad car wrecks. I know somewhere around me, either in Clark County or Scott County, they had a bad wreck last night. I don't know if anybody got killed or what, but they had a bad wreck. A few people went to jail last. I know I will, John. I get there. You know, I'm hoping I can get there before cutting grass time because I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I just don't have the money to buy me a new riding lawnmower or a zero turn. You know, I just don't have the money. You're looking at about $2,000 for a riding lawnmower. I guess what is it? A Cub Cadet maybe LS or L something 1. You know, I could use something like that. It's yellow. Because my neighbor that I've got the Troy built up off of that blew up 3 weeks later, he got a Cub Cadet, that L, whatever it is, but oh, God will help me out. I'm just hoping, but I'm not getting my hopes up until it gets in my checking account. What Trump said, the extra $600 for 6 months and $2,000 at once. Man, if I could get that $2,000, I could go either to Ace Hardware Store or it used to be called Orscheln, which is Boomgard, or because they sell Cub Cadets, but Scott's Ace Hardware Store in Scottsburg, they sell Hustlers, Zero Turns, like that. But I just don't have the money. Because, like I said, people, I got an acre of ground. And you all know my my health problems, 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, back problem. I'm not supposed to push a mower. And not even supposed to weed eat. But I got one of them steel weed eaters, a FS, I can't remember the model, with the motorcycle handles on it, with the strap, which I don't really have to hold. All I have to do is swing it. But I don't have to have all that weight I have to hold, because the strap goes around my neck and it holds it. And pushing that push mower, it's a Troy built, 20 something inches. I don't know what them push mowers are anymore. I usually cut grass for 10 minutes. Well, I think I got about 20 or 40. I think it's more a $40 pay raise. And I'm up around $1,000. I lost $12 in food stamps. Hello, Weed Whisper. I knew the a-hole would be back. I told you people, there's no arguing on here. And I don't know why, after last night, I put him in a 24-hour timeout. And he didn't take the hint. He's just a troublemaker. I hope 26 is better than 25. You know, I'm hoping for the good, medical-wise. I go back to the doctor in 6 months. I go back to my heart doctor in August. You know, people, when everybody gets a pay raise, like on Social Security or SSI, that something else raises. Because some people who's on Social Security have to pay for extra insurance. And really, we stayed at the same. And my house payment, people, it went up last year because Indiana raised their property taxes up. And my house, thank you there, it's Rock. Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight, being part of my YouTube family. You know, it's not like other people's YouTube channel. You know, you all very smart out there. You can get you watch hours up in no time. I'm earning my way. Hello, Yoakum. Yes, Yoakum, I got my socks on. I beat you to it. All right, people. The reason Yoakum asked me if I got my socks on, because I'm a diabetic. You know, that makes me mad. It makes me mad. You know, just like that stupid governor we got in Indiana. As of today, there's stuff that you can't buy. You know, soft drinks, candy, tea, unsweetened tea, stuff like that. And that's going to put people out of work. Less sales tax coming into Indiana now. What does that mean? Either property taxes is going to go up again to make up for that idiot governor we got here in Indiana. You know, I don't know how us old people is going to survive. You know. And I got a notice last week that my homeowner's insurance went up $500. So it's $2,000 a year. You know what that means on my house payment, people? My house payment will go up. Because when I make my house payment, which was made on the 28th on my birthday, they took my house payment up. Since my homeowner's insurance went up to $500 for this year, my house payment will go up. I can't tighten my belt up no more, people. See, when I make my house payment, some of it goes into an escrow account to make my homeowner's insurance and property taxes, and the rest of it goes into my house payment, if you all understand how that works on escrow accounts. And I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I'm not going to get married, because then with her income, my house payment will really go up. You know, thank you for the hearts. And it's hard, people, for us old people. It's just hard. I probably could get more money, but I can't work because of my health problems and the medicine I take, so that wouldn't work. But when I get monetized, you know, get my watch hours up to 3,000 plus, at least 3,000. That's with 500 subscribers. It used to be 2,000, but they raised it to 3,000. Which that kind of makes me mad what YouTube done. It makes me mad because I don't know how us old people is going to survive unless we do what the Amish people does. You know, have a wood stove in your house to cook your food on and heat your house up. Have kerosene lamps to help heat your house up. Grow your own food and can your food, people. I don't know how to can can my food. That'll save you a whole lot of money. You younger people out there, raise your garden. You can plant corn, cucumbers, potatoes, onions, and beets, sweet potatoes, lettuce, all that. You can can all that stuff. That'd be better for you than what you buy in the grocery store. Because you know what you're putting in it. You can make your own pickle relish or your own salsa or tomato juice, stuff like that. You can do it all yourself to help save money. And another way to save money, your young generation, is coupons. Save your coupons. And don't waste your money. Buy what you need. Don't buy what you like to have if you can't afford it. I don't have the money to buy me a new laptop. I don't have the money to buy me a new riding lawnmower. I know some of you said go to Facebook Marketplace. I be in the same boat. How long will that last? Will that last a couple of weeks, or will it last a day, or how many years? That's how come people... I'm trying to get a new riding lawnmower or a zero turn because of the warranty. I can't go out and buy a lotto ticket once a week because I don't have the extra money. I got too many bills. Like tomorrow, I got to go to the bank, take money out of one account, put it on a credit card, and keep out, $50. $25 of it to pay on my water bill, and the other $25 will go someplace else. Then go to Tractor Supply there in Sellersburg. People, I'm telling you the truth. A big bag of multiple cats, 44-pound bags at Tractor Supply is around $30. That's a fact. I buy 2 bags. Well, tomorrow I'm going to buy a bag of bird seed because the birds been flying around. I like to feed the birds. It takes a pound of feed in that bird feeder. I got a big bird feeder. And I like feeding the birds. I can sit right here in my window, on my bed, look out my picture window. Hello, stranger. I wish you could. But you can't. Don't get my hopes up, people. I don't get my hopes up. The only way I could get $1 million is a cashier's check. You send it to my post office box, which I only go to the post office box once a week. If it snows, it might be 2 or 3 weeks before I make it to my post office box. Right now, it's about 30-something outside. It's cold. I'm cold because I'm a diabetic. You people that know people with diabetics, they get cold. That's the bad part about being a diabetic. You get cold real easy. If you got arthritis, you know when it's cold or it's going to rain or or know when it's going to snow. It'll take time to where I want to be, you know. It's going to take, I can't even pay somebody to come and cut my yard. I don't have the extra money in my budget. I just don't have the extra money in my budget. You're looking at $50 a month to cut it. And I just don't have the extra $50. But people, I know you heard it, to get monetized, I can use that money to get me another computer. I could use it to,
Channel mode.
I could use that to get me a new ride lawnmower. And put a new roof on my house. I like to put a metal roof on my house because they said it lasts longer. They have to strip all the shingles off of it and put, 1x2s down, then maybe that blue insulation board, then the metal shingles, strips, whatever you call it. And that's what I want to do with my monetized money. But you all know what I want to use it for. I'm being honest with you. I could lie to you and tell you I need this or that. That's dishonest. That's dishonest, people. I'm not going to be dishonest with my family on here. I'm being truthful. I've seen people on YouTube, down in Florida, people done sent this total lady about $1,000. She's a con artist. She follows somebody to Florida, stalking to Florida. They're in a lawsuit because she don't know how to shut her mouth up. And but people, I want to use it for the good. I want to use it for the good to help me fix my house up. It's worth about $180,000 now, and I paid $52,000 for it 8 years ago, so it's worth $185,000 now. But can I get it out of it? No. There's things I like to do, people. I like to have a electric person come in and bring my house up to code, with the grounds, because I got one outlet in my house that's grounded. And that's what my washing machine is hooked up to. That's the only one that's grounded in the whole house. And I got a porch light. It's never worked from day one. Somebody hooked it up wrong because it don't have the 120 volts from the switch to the light. So they hooked something up wrong. You got maybe 4 or 5 volts, something like that. I can't remember. You looking at, to do that, I'm guessing probably $2,000 to come in and ground all your plugs and stuff like that. I don't have. And I like to fix a porch light where you can sign. You have the two deal where you can shine it out, one out to your car and one to your front door, but it's underneath the roof where you can shine it out to your car and shine it to your front door. That's what I like to do. You know, I know there's people out there that got problems worse than I do. It'd be nice if you want to send me even $10,000 or $20,000 cashier's check to Tom Cartwright at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. A cashier's check if you want to do it that way. Then it'll sit in the bank for a week or two before it clears the bank. You know, it'll be nice. But that won't happen. You know, if people was going to do that, they would done that in the last year if they was going to send me money. Man, I wish I just could remember this home warranty. Because they just showed that on TV. It's home warranty service. It got home warranty service. Stay away from those idiots. That company, because they put the shaft to me. They charged me so much a month, and I still had to pay $300 for a new hot water heater. Thank you for the hearts. And people, I'm getting cold right now. Even with my socks on, people, my feet's cold. Hello, Red. Robert Ditzel. Sorry if I got your name. You know, I try to be honest. You're all my family. Some of you are in the same boat as I am. We just don't have the money to do anything. I see why people is still working. Because they can't afford a retard. Because everything goes up. Grocery store prices, gasoline. Gasoline up here where I live, say Scottsburg, Indiana, went up 50 cents a gallon before Christmas. That is stupid because it's Christmas. That is price gouging. It is price gouging. You know, hobbies. You know, when I was young, my hobbies, you know, working on cars, putting model cars and boats together when I was a little kid, you know, and CB radios, ham radios, and stuff like that. They was good hobbies. But, you know, I guess YouTube is a hobby for me. Because there's a bunch of old people on here. We got nothing to do since we retired. I retired early because of my health problems. And if I didn't retire when they told me to, I'd probably been dead by now. You know, I've been dead probably 40s or 50s if I didn't stop work because of my heart attacks, my high blood pressure, arthritis, you know, if it wasn't for that. And it's nice to live, you know, our age. We can teach the younger generation, you know, what kind of jobs that you can work at and survive on with the family. People, when I was young, you only had a one parent working. Well, mom taught piano and organ lessons at the house. Dad worked in the insurance. Well, if you are computer smart, if you very smart on computers, you might want to get in computers or technician or what else they call that? No computers? Well, you're in the same boat I am. If you're smart, maybe you could be a nurse. You could be a nurse. Nobody's stupid. Peter, I know you're young. I know you're a young person. You're not stupid. I'm stupid because I did do what I should have did when I was young. Yeah, you could be a doctor. It takes probably 8 years or so to be a doctor. You got to, does blood make you sick? You know, stuff like that. You could be a nurse. Nurse is, I believe, 2 to 4 years. Learn to be a nurse unless you want to be a nurse practitioner. I think that takes more than 4 years. I'm not sure on a nurse practitioner. If your family can't afford to send you to college, and you might want to be a doctor, when you get 18 years old, you can check with the military and they can guarantee that you can be a doctor. You have to give them extra time in the service. And I believe the reserves to be a doctor. Or you could be a helicopter pilot or a jet pilot or a lawyer or an MP. MP, they used to go to the FBI Academy. You could do that. Or to be a lawyer, you can go into the military and you got to get a guarantee to be a lawyer. Then you can go to work for JAG. I know you've seen JAG on TV. Toy belt 5 times. Toy belt 5 times. Toy boat 5 times. Tow boat 5 times. Why are you doing that? You know. Well, to get your clients off, you have to be good. If you're good at what you do, you could be a good lawyer. I tell you, Peter, here's a YouTube channel you can go to. The DUI guy. The DUI guy. Larry Foreman is his name. He's a lawyer in Louisville, Kentucky. Go to YouTube, type in the DUI guy. It'd be Larry Foreman. He's a lawyer in Louisville, Kentucky. And you watch his videos. He got some good videos, the DUI guy, on drunk driver cases. You know, that's what he talks about, DUI cases. But he can do anything, lawsuits, Rex lawsuits, wills. It depends what field you want to get in. He makes a whole lot of money in Kentucky on DUI cases, but it costs you money to hire good DUI lawyers. You could do that. There's money in divorce lawyers, And there's good lawyers in JAG. If you ever watch JAG on TV, Harm and Sarah McKenzie and Bud, who's lawyers in JAG, and Admiral, what's his name, Sadwick. I watch JAG. People, if I would have to do it all over again, when I know now I've been out of school 50 plus years, I should have studied hard. But there was a kid in my class, he was a straight A student, and he did not want to help people. It was slow like me that made F, D's, and C plus, maybe a B, and maybe 1A. I said I didn't want to be like him. I like helping people. I said I'm not going to be a smart person like him and not help people. And as a lawyer, you could be good. Like I say, Peter, go to DUI guy on YouTube. Larry Foreman is his name. Watch his videos. And you can see some of his court things. And he's a good DUI lawyer. If you get caught for drunk driving here in southern Indiana or Kentucky. If you're good at what you do, Peter, you can make over $900 an hour. If you're good in your field, you can make $900 an hour. I believe in you, Peter. I believe in you. You might not know any lawyers. That's how come I'm telling you to go to DUI guy on YouTube, Larry Foreman. Watch his videos. Watch a bunch of his videos. And, you could be a lawyer like him. Hey, Peter, I believe in you. God believes in you, Peter. I know you can do it. You can do it. You know, starting out as a lawyer, you might start out between $50 and $100. It depends what field you go into. Civil rights violations. You know, civil rights, your First Amendment rights, homeowners' rights, and, you know, stuff like that. You could be good. I got faith in you, Peter. Well, I tell you, lawyers use computers. Any court papers they have to file with they use Westlaw, which you learn about Westlaw. You can look him up. And what's the other one? Black law or something? It's law books. They got programs that you can download on a computer. You know, the cause number or the case number, or John Doe versus Jane Doe or something. You got forms that all you have to do is type in everything, print it out, then sign it and take it to court and file it in court. You know. Back when I was younger, all you lawyers had to type everything out on a typewriter. Now they came out with computer programs with Westlaw. That's what lawyers use, is Westlaw and black something. I can't remember. I know it's black something. You got federal law, you got state law, where you live, you know, stuff like that. You know, like I say, Peter, I'm 71 plus, Kelly. I'm 71 plus. You know, I'm not going to tell you exactly, but it's close enough. That's nice. Kelly FAB. I can't. Oh, I'm taking it you're a man. I really need glasses where I can really get up and see the profile picture. Oh, you're a man. Okay. I'm not to 90 yet there, Kelly. Oh, you're a girl? Okay. I had a girl, her name was Kelly, Kelly. She been dead maybe 3 years, I think. She looked just like me. She was number 3. Patty was number 1 with the same woman. There's 4 kids that we had, all girls. Okay. Can you delete that comment, Kelly? Because really, I don't want anybody to know how old you are. I'm going to remove that comment. You know, I hope you don't mind me deleting your comment. Because I want you to protect yourself. No matter what forum you go on, if it's YouTube, TikTok, Switch, Facebook, or whatever. I want you to protect yourself. because of the stranger danger people. That's one of the rules I ask people. Well, if you're over 18, that's okay if you put your age. If you're under 18, don't put your age on there because I want you to be protective. I know your parents or guardian there with you. I watched a YouTube after I got off last night. I can't remember what her first name was, but the last part was Sunflower, but I think the first part, well, 13 is, well, when I was growing up, 13 was okay. 13 was okay when I was young. But nowadays, it's not okay. Don't answer the door. I hope your parents got a Ring doorbell. Don't answer your door. If you hear something outside, well, you know what a stranger danger is. And a stranger danger is a pedophile. They like young boys and girls. I know they teach you about the stranger danger in school. Don't send any pictures. Don't send any pictures to anybody you don't know. But it's not up to judge me. It's not up to me to judge people, even the stranger danger. I might not like him. I might talk to him. But people, you have to read the paperwork. You have to read the paperwork. I tell you, some of you young kids, I don't want to give you an idea. Maybe your mommy got a divorce or your daddy. Let's start with your mother. Boys and girls whose mother got you. And your mom gets a boyfriend and get married. And they're going to try to make you mine like you're their kids. You're not going to like it. I've seen it, people around me. They said, you're not my daddy. You're not going to tell me what to do. I tell the kids and the cops that you touch me inappropriate. It does happen, But you always be truthful. Hello, Bunker White. I know you ain't related kin to me. Maybe Indian. I can't download no more apps on my cell phone. And I got an iPhone, people. That tells you I never buy another iPhone. People, I believe in reincarnation. I know some of you probably, when you die, you won't come back as somebody else. Well, I never took German, when I was in school. They had Spanish, but not German. I can watch a few German movies As long as they speak slow, I can understand German. I had a girlfriend, and I speak German to her doggie she had, and the dog she said, "What did you tell the dog?" I said, "I ain't telling you. That's how come that dog loved me to death." And the other reincarnation I believe I was from is a P-51 Mustang pilot. You see some of them old war shows, or when they have an air show where you all live at a P-51 Mustang. I believe I was a pilot in a P-51 and a German. But I don't think I was in a German war. I don't think. That I can't remember. That's the only explanation I can come up, but I do understand a little bit of German. But when I was a kid, people, I was in the P-51 Mustang airplanes, magazines. I had models of P-51 Mustangs. I bet I had thousands of magazines of P-51 Mustang. You know, I do believe in reincarnation. And it's hard to understand. It's like people, your kids, you might dream about something. I know you are trying to figure out what does that dream mean to you. You could have dreamed about a previous life. You know, that could have been you in another life. Or might show your future. Or, believe in your dreams. Follow your dreams. The good dreams. Be a good person in school, at work, or college. Be the best person you can give. I know you kids remember this story about this train. Even your parents knows about this train story. I've been out of school 50 plus years. We learned this in elementary school. Kids, be honest about this train. The teachers think about this train. This train is trying to make it up the hill. And the teachers told that train, said, "I think I can. I think I can. I think I can." Then it gets closer. "I think I can. I think I can. I think I can." That's a story about an old train. It's probably close to 100 years old. About this train that think it couldn't make it up the hill. I think teachers still teach it in elementary school. Don't never give up. Keep trying, just like that train. I think I can. I think I can. You just like a train. I think I can. Then you get to the top of the hill. So don't give up on yourself. You have any problems, talk to your parents or your teachers. Or if you go to church, you can talk to the preachers, if it's a man or a woman preacher. And if you know good police officers, they'll help you out. They should, put it that way. And hello, Marcus. Welcome back. Happy New Year to you. I hope you and your family had a happy New Year. I watch, I got off of YouTube probably about 12 something after the New Year's came in. I watch, like California, Arizona. I watch all them. Then some countries come in with the new year. And it's nice to watch everybody's new year come in. There's Margaret up in the window. That's the mother cat. Well, Alexi is Margaret's granddaughter. And Lexi, that's sitting on my lap, Margaret is her grandma. That's pretty good. She's a good mother cat, but I don't like her sleeping up there in the window. It's only, 1 by 2, it's in the windowsill. I don't know why kitty cats likes to sleep up in a window, a closed window for that. Because they go to sleep. Every kitty cat I got in this house has fell out of that window or the kitchen window. And you can see, people, look at my wall. See all those scratches up on by where she's sleeping? That's where kitty cat has fell out of the window grabbing with their knives. Kitty cat's toenails is like knives. They can cut the heck out of you. Kitty cats, they got claws. It's like knives. It'll cut the heck out of you. But tomorrow I gotta go pay some bills. Electric bill, buy 88 pounds of cat food, about $60, give or take a little, at Tractor Supply in Salisbury, Indiana. Whenever my son wakes up, that is. I always like to go at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, get it all done. That way, go to the post office and stop at the JC Smoke Shop. Talk to those people, catch up on the news. But I can't do it when my son with me. Because I like to talk to people. I'm stuck out in the boonies. Some of you good-looking, foxy ladies would like it out in the boonies. Like in the city, people, you pay a water bill and a sewage bill. You flush everything down the toilet, like toilet paper, this and that. In the country, you put your toilet paper and stuff like in a garbage can that you got sitting next to your toilet, and you take it outside and burn it. That's country living. Because you on a septic tank. I like living out in the country. It's quiet. And my driveway is probably about 1,000 feet long, a shared driveway. If it gets about 4 to 5 inches of snow, I am stuck. Because it goes up to the main road. And it's worse than my driveway. And then you make it up to, because when you get up to the main road, you got a little incline. If you stop, you might get stuck there. When you pull off to go up there and make it down to the main highway. Usually the state of Indiana, they usually keep the roads pretty clean. Out in the country, people, it's a little bit different. They do not use salt. They use cinders and sand and pea gravel, but they should use salt to help melt it. Then they can put cinders down and sand. That's my opinion. And it's nice living out in the country. You can walk. I got about an acre of ground, or I can walk in the back 40. That's 20 to 40 acres, which it belongs to somebody else. He said I can go back and walk around the fence. I could do that. But I usually cut a strip with, say, a riding lawnmower. I usually make 2 strips with a riding lawnmower around the pond. That way I can go up there and look in the water. If I want to fish, I can fish. But I don't eat fish, so the fish is safe with me. I like to go up there and look. In 8 years, people, I live here. Where I live, I got a creek. It's at the east side of my property. It goes to the south side behind my house and up around to I-65. And thanks to the state of Indiana back in the 60s, I've talked to people. This place did not flood until they put I-65 in. And when that creek gets full, you've seen videos. I've showed you when my yard is flooded. When it rained cats and dogs for hours or maybe a couple of days, it's a pond in my backyard, at least maybe 3 or 4 inches. I remember you because you were on here the past couple of days. I remember people who's good people on my YouTube channel. That follow the rules. Don't tell me the age or what games you play. I remember people who follows the rules. The troublemakers, like the troublemakers on here a while ago. Last night, him and another guy, I put him in timeout 30 minutes. But tonight, he got kicked off for good off of my YouTube channel. And he just, I might be an old man. I might be old, but I can remember if you good. That's what I want to do. Remember you good people. Because I try to keep the good people on my YouTube channel. No, they're not good. Troublemakers on anybody YouTube channel or trolls, all they want to do is cause you problems. And I don't want problems on my channel because I got ladies on my channels. I got kids on my channels that watch it with their parents or guardian. That's what you kids are supposed to do. Yeah, I tried. I'm not Santa Claus, If If I did, your kids would get, your people would get a bunch of presents on Christmas. But I'm not Santa Claus. I remember the good people. As long as you obey, because, let's see. Okay, China. Just like on on your YouTube channel, you remember the good people. That's what you want on your YouTube channel. You want the good people. The good people to help you grow your YouTube channel, to help you get your watch hours up. That's the good people. I didn't get nothing, Peter, except, no, that was on my birthday. I didn't get nothing for Christmas. You know, somebody told me that the mailman is going to send some, well, they're supposed to send it to my post office box, which I would go tomorrow, unless I wake up to 5 inches of snow on my driveway. But they're not calling for snow, so I get out tomorrow, go to the post office. I expect to get something in my post office box. I don't care if it's a Christmas present or gift cards. I think you told me that on Christmas Day that you got an iPod. If I remember right, like I said, China, I'm not that smart on stuff. I think an iPod is something like a touchscreen computer, I would think. I think that's what an iPod is. You can play games on it. You can, what else you can do on the iPod? You can do Twitch, games, YouTube, Facebook. I believe. Like I say, I don't know nothing about those iPods. Like I say, I'm an old man. I think you did. I can't swear it. I know somebody got an iPod for Christmas. You know, I'm like I say, I don't know that much about iPods. You know, just like I got an iPhone here, iPhone SE Series 3 with 64, piece of crap. Oh, you talking about this here? That is what you call a sensor for my diabetes. I used to have an app on my cell phone, but I deleted some apps. Yep, that's what it is. It's a sensor by Freestyle Libre. So now I'm using this little monitor instead of my cell phone. Because, well, people, I know when I had an Android phone. I'm going back to Android phone when I can afford one I want. 128 or 512. On your cell phone. That way, I can have an app to clean all your cash out and everything out of each app. I can't do it on my iPhone. iPhone, they want to charge you for it. They want to charge you for every cotton picking app on your phone. like I say, I got, it says 64. I'm up to 63 something. I can't clean the cache out of each app. I know you can offline apps. I've done that. I still can't get my 63 point something down. I even deleted my GoPro app and a few other things that, even games that I always played on my phone, delete it, try it. And to me, to buy an iCloud storage is a waste of money in my book. I can understand. Well, if everything goes well, usually when I make a road trip, I'm usually wore out. I might drive round trip 50 miles. Round trip. It takes a lot out of me. Plus, I got to go to the grocery store, get some healthy food, not with my food stamps on another card. Buy some milk, 2 gallons of milk. I can't buy ice cream because they said it's not healthy on this card I got. And I think I still can get my soft drinks. But you have good, stay out of trouble, listen to your adults. You know what's right and wrong. Don't give up on yourself, people. Follow your dreams. Thank you for the hearts. I want you to follow your dreams. Never give up trying. Never give up trying. Like that train. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. The train made it to the top of the hill. And you just like this train. I think I can. I think I can. Don't never give up. Keep trying. Keep trying. All you young people, keep trying. Don't give up. Even the ones that's 18 and older. Don't you all give up on your dreams. YouTube dreams or anything. Don't give up. You keep going. You know what's right and wrong is. And you younger people, you go to a grocery store or Walmart or to a mall, you see some old people. Said, hello, young man. Hello, young lady. You make your day. That's the right thing to do. You see an old person, say, hello, young man, young lady. That'll make you feel better. That's the truth. I feel better every time I do that. I've changed since I was a kid. I was an a-hole kid. Alcohol, drugs, trouble, getting arrested. That's how come I want you all to stay good boys and girls or young. Young is anybody younger than me. Stay out of trouble. Because your young kids are still in school. If you get in trouble, it'll follow you the rest of your life. You might want to become a police officer or state trooper or in some kind of government job. You're going to go through a background check like crazy. When I took a Secret Service job or application, I went through all kinds of background checks for the Secret Service. They check with your neighbors, the people you went to school with. I had this one cop, the chief of police at that time, said I won't make it in the top 50. Guess what, people? I made it in the top 10. Had the paperwork. There was police officers, people with college education. I was in the top 10. I made it through the first round, but I didn't make it through the second round. I took that paperwork and showed the chief. I asked that Secret Service, you please write down and have some other agent make sure they sign it, because I'm going to take this back to the chief of police. I wanted to be a police officer, but what they want at that time for you to be married and had a family. I don't know why they wanted it. But people, I know why they didn't want me to be a police officer, because I would let too many people off. I wouldn't write that many speeding tickets. I wouldn't arrest that many people unless they was an a-hole and wanted to fight you. Then, yeah, I would have to arrest you. But I'd be one of those good police officers like Sergeant Tom Higdon, Hidgon, of the Clark County Sheriff's Office here in Indiana, who did nothing wrong. But the other two police officers did something wrong. They didn't follow the law. You got to say taser, taser, taser. But how can that young guy hear you with headphones on? You can't hear that. It's like a deaf mute. They can't hear you yell at it. This young guy, probably 20s, 30, with mental problems. He didn't have no weapons on him. And people, if you got Facebook, I tell you where to go. Support Officer Tom Higdon, Hidgon, on Facebook. Support Officer Tom Higdon. And you would know what I'm talking about. We need more police officers like him. The reason he's not been promoted to captain, lieutenant, because he's a Democrat. And the last sheriff we had is a Republican. Crooked sheriff. Just like the one we got now is crooked. Up here where I live, people, in the northern part of Clark County, you do not see a Clark County deputy. In Henryville, Underwood, Memphis, well, you see them sit there at Memphis. They're at 31 and whatever road that is, sitting there in the parking lot. You don't see them in New Washington, Indiana. You don't see them in Bethlehem, Indiana. I know, that's how they do. That's how some cops are. They don't want to believe people. That's how come, I'm going to ask you to ask your parents if they could get outside cameras. Outside cameras. They got some, it got audio, infrared. You can look at YouTube for different outside cameras or Wi-Fi cameras. Stuff like that. They see that stuff. You always record people. You can have a camera pointing in your house at the front door in case they break in your front door, or maybe side door or back door. But I see now they show on advertisement on YouTube and other places, you got a little thing that you can stick on your window, which is a camera. You know, don't know how much they cost. But Peter, when you go out, always record, even if you're on your cell phone. You can use a camera on your cell phone to record and protect yourself. Or if you're riding in a vehicle, you can record where you're going. Because sometimes you might get lucky and see something good when somebody's driving you or something like that. You might. Okay. You know, I want you all to be safe. I know outside cameras cost money. But what is your family's life worth? You know, you get the doorbell camera, it got video, audio, an app on your phone or on your computer like that you can use. You can put cameras. They show this one. It has, like, it's got the solar panel on it. And I guess it's kind of, we got 2 antennas. I guess that makes it Wi-Fi. And you got the other camera, it rotates, but you got one that sits still. But the other one rotates side left to right and up and down. You know, I like to get some of them. That'd be nice. But I want you people, put you some cameras up around your house. Even on your porch. If you got a porch, it'd protect yourself. You know how people like to shoot, they fell off your porch, or they said there's something in the way to tip you over the porch. You know, stuff like that. Protect your family. Well, people, like my cameras that I got, it came from Harbor Freight. It came from Harbor Freight. You get, I think, 4 cameras with it, but you have to wire it up to your DVD box. You don't have to pay a monthly fee. Look at Harbor Freight, and then they'll have that QR code on top of that, like mine has, that you could download the app on your cell phone. And you got let's see, what is a Cat 8 place where you go hook it up to Cat 8 and run the cable to your Wi-Fi. And if you're away from home, you can see it on your cell phone. And, you know, that's probably $300 or $400. I don't know. I think I paid $200 for mine back 8 years ago. So it's probably more than that now. But, you know, you can look it up. There's some that you can buy that you don't have to have paid for. I know, Peter, the one you're talking about. You know, It has audio where you can say, police is on its way, don't move, get down on the ground, or you're in the bathroom, stuff like that. They got cameras like that, which you don't have to pay a monthly fee. That's one thing I want to do is to get some new cameras that is better than what I got with audio on it. Like if I sit here and go to my HDMI output, whatever which one I got it on, I can watch my yard, my porch, my car. It records 24/7. Only, about 14 days and it restarts over. But everybody where I live got outside cameras. That's how it is out here in the country. Some places in the city. That's one thing I did when I first bought this house. Went to Harbor Freight and I got me this Cobra one, but I know they make other ones that records and has audio where you can speak to them. And that's what I like. People, protect your family. If you own a house or you're going to build your house, you want to put cameras up. If somebody was to rob your house or decide to run over your mailbox or an accident out in front of your house, there is some cameras that you do have to pay a monthly subscription on. I'm trying to help you all. Give you some ideas how to keep your family safe or your sons and daughters. Another thing I've said way before Christmas, get you a dash cam for your vehicle. I seen there's one that they advertised today. It does 4 sides. It does front, back, and both sides. That protects you and your family. Even if the police pulls you over, it protects you. And that's what I tried to do. Give you all younger people some ideas. And younger people who's dating and the ones who might... Happy New Year to you, my friend, and your family. But don't forget about February, you young people who might have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Don't forget, February is Valentine's Day. I know when I was in school, we used to have Valentine cards to all the students. I don't know if they even do that anymore. But you ones who's dating, don't forget about Valentine's Day. Even the ones who's married, don't forget Valentine's Day. Candy, a dozen red roses, or whatever kind of flowers your mate likes. That keeps a good marriage going, people, and you younger people. Ladies slash girls is always right. Because you say the wrong, younger people, you're going to start an argument. And, that's just a few ideas to help you survive. I've been on about an hour and 35 minutes. I want to say hi to this one foxy lady. Today was her birthday. She might shoot me. She's 67 years old today. God bless her. Because people, you see her, she don't look 67. The last time I saw her, she looked like she probably in the 40s, 45, 50, in that category. She don't look 67. Foxy ladies, don't get mad at me. I'm just being honest with you. I'm an old man. I've changed since we was married and got a divorce. I've changed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs. I kind of miss your cooking. But we both got medical problems. We got diabetes and high blood pressure. I can't cook that good. I can get shake and bake. And shake and bake my pork chops. That's what I do tomorrow. If Walmart got pork chops with the bone in it, I won't buy the pork chops unless they got the bone in it. Because that bone makes it taste a little bit better, in my book. I know you can buy pork chops without bones in them. Not me. I won't eat it unless it got the bone in it. Well, Peter, you have to learn how to cook. You have to learn how to cook. Like I tell kids, what's going to happen if mommy and daddy get sick? Are you going to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or bologna? You kids, go in there and ask your mommy. Go in there and ask your mom. Whoever does the cooking in your family. Ask them, can you show us how to cook? I know you all know how to fry an egg and bacon and pork chops. Chicken, I could never fry chicken like my mama or my grandma or my ex-wives. I couldn't fry chicken like him. Watch him how to cook food, fry a hamburger. There's stuff that you can get for your microwave. Like, I'm going to get that tomorrow because you can only get it at Walmart. It's, what's that, Vesta or whatever it is, like Vesta or something. And you get like a meal with macaroni and cheese and maybe hamburger in with it. And you can buy, like at Walmart, you can buy meatloaf. It's in a box. You might have to buy 2 or 3 of them for a family. You put one in the microwave and cook it for maybe 4 minutes. I know you can set the timer. You got to read the instructions. I think it's 4 minutes. I'm not sure on it. It could be 2 minutes, but you got to read it on there. And you put it in the microwave, and after you cook it for the time, it's specified on your meatloaf. When the timer goes off, you take it off, strip off the clear plastic on it, and dump the grease into an empty can or something. Then you start cutting your meatloaf, in slices. You can do that. They got stuff that you can fix in a microwave. And my son got we got a crock pot, that's no problem, air fryer. He knows how to use the air fryer. And he said, Dad, you got to let it warm up, then put what you're going to put in there and cook it some more. Why can't you just put it in there and go ahead and start using your air fryer? Like learning a pizza. You get your pizza pan, like, what is it? Jono's? DiGiorno's Pizza. Look at the instructions on it. And I always put my pizza on the pizza pan on the bottom rack. And heat it up. You can watch usually 10 to 15 minutes, somewhere like that. But you have to sit there and watch it. Because you know how you like to fix your pizza. And if you got a light on your oven, you can look at it. And you can see but you don't leave anything when you cook it. And you might like to boil your eggs. You put so many eggs in the pan. Your water, you put it on top of your oven. That's what I got to do tomorrow. Buy me some eggs. I want some deviled eggs. I love deviled eggs. But I get them pretty close to the way my mother fixed it. But it's close. That's good enough for me. On deviled eggs, you put it in a round pan, put it on top of your oven, put your eggs in it and water, let it cook maybe 5 to 10 minutes. You can tell when they're done. Ask your mom and dad how to boil eggs. Then you turn it off, go to your sink, drain the hot water off, and put some cold water in it to cool the eggs off. That way you can break the shells off of it real easy. But I've seen stuff advertised on TV that you can use on boiled eggs, and you don't have to go about it. If they work or not, I don't know. Well, you can look for air fryers like maybe Walmart and maybe you can find it online. You know, if you've got a Walmart, you can go to Walmart and see what the price of it is. Or you can look on a website and see, and it take a few days to get there. But like I say, Walmart or hardware store, I guess, carries air fryers. And you can get it right there and then. And what I've always do, people, when I buy stuff like that, or even new glasses, I've always washed them. You know, I wash them and dry them off and like that, just like an air fryer. You know, you take the drawer out, take it over to the sink, wash it out, wash it real good, let it dry, then use it. You know, that's common sense. That's what my mother and grandmother always taught me. I don't know if the younger people does it, but I do. When I buy any glasses or water pitchers or silverware, I wash them. Make sure they're really clean. That's a good point for you younger people, in case you didn't know that. But people, one thing I'm hunting for, I know Amazon got them, and I think Sam's and Walmart, but those commercial type buckets where you can put this mop thing in it and put your mop in it, squeeze it dry, and mop the floor. But now they're making them so cheap, like the one that my son got last year. Use it one time. And I love using that big mop to mop my floor. It seems to do a better job than the kind you have to wring out. Then I moved the mop bucket. I said, I know I'm not spilling my mop water. I looked. I saw a brown spot on the side of the mop bucket. It's a plastic yellow mop bucket. Came from Amazon. It had a crack in it. I don't think the hot water made it crack. It could have been, but people, you mop the floors, you use hot water and soap. But it sprung a leak. My son got his money back. We still got the mop. 2 mops, because the other one was broken when it came. I've been trying to fix that, because usually one of those good commercial tops is either fiberglass or wood. This is like 2 chrome pieces. You just screw them together. And that one had a split down the side of it. My son took a picture of it and sent it to where he ordered it from and got another mop. So, that's one thing I like to get, another mop bucket, commercial type. I like to have a steel mop bucket, but that's probably $100 or more, if you can find them. With the ringer, you sit in it, got a handle where you put your mop in it and squeeze the water out. You probably see them at hospitals and probably at a fast food restaurant. But, I don't want that cheap plastic stuff. They making everything break, won't even last one day. It cracks at the first time you use it. That's how cheap some of those plastic mop buckets are. I haven't ate at Hardee's for a long time. Yeah, I can make a ham and cheese sandwich myself. I'm doing all right, T.Y., right? How you doing? Hey, Peter, for Thanksgiving, I had ham and had turkey at Christmas. I just finished the ham up a couple of days ago. I got a nice ham. That's one thing I'm going to do tomorrow is buy me another ham and a pineapple, you know. And I got the crock pot and put the ham in the crock pot with the pineapple. But usually what I do, I get some butter, kind of spread over top of it, on it. Put the pineapples in it. And instead of cooking it up on high, I cook it on low. Cook it there for about a day or so, That way you know how good it is. Because when I cut that ham, ladies, when you cut a slice, it just fell to pieces. Well, my feet's cold. My throat's kind of sore. I got to be careful what I eat. I can eat. There's things I can eat. Oh, it's okay. I can eat it again. My throat will close up. I don't. I done went to a doctor in the hospital where they put the thing down and spread your esophagus to make it bigger. They didn't make it big enough. I can eat all the God bless help I can get. And people, like I say, I'm going to get some ham. I'm going to get some Velveeta cheese. I do that tomorrow if I don't forget. I got it on my mind. But can I remember that? That's one thing I got to remember. That's one thing I got to remember. I guess I could make a list. I don't know, Mom and Dad would got mad at me. Oh, Stick, you hadn't missed Mitch and Braunschweiger? Oh, hey, you forgot the onions. Mayonnaise and onions on Braunschweiger. I get that too. I don't think Walmart carries it. That means I have to go to the JC store and get my Braunschweiger. I grew up eating Braunschweiger. Come on, Lexi. You gotta get up. Come on. I gotta sit up. Come on, Lexi. Get off my lap. Oh. I don't know why the kitty cats have to sit on my lap. I'm getting low on Pepsi Zero. I was hoping Pepsi Zero get back with me since I can't use my food stamps as of today to buy Pepsi Zero. But what they told on the news, no, nothing with sugar in it. So I wonder if I still can get Pepsi Zero. I know there's people out there that works for Pepsi Zero or works for Pepsi. I'd be glad to advertise for them. It's a whole lot cheaper than what they advertise in TV and other places. Like on a Pepsi Zero 24 pack, I would need 5. A 36 pack, I would need 4. But you can also throw in an extra 24 pack of mug root beer, zero sugar, of Mug's root beer. You know, you take one of the 24 off and put a 24 pack of Zero Mug root beer. You could do that. But people, I cannot tell the difference on any root beer, A&W or Mug root beer or whoever else makes root beer. I cannot tell the difference. You know, I'm not getting paid. Oh. You know, there's my son bought something. I think you can only get that at the JC store, but I think. I'm not sure. We'll find out tomorrow. But Velveeta, people, that's what I was thinking about. It's a container. It's kind of like a meal. You got one that looks like a lasagna with meat in it. But it's Velveeta something they call it. And the other one is like macaroni and cheese with pieces, I guess, of hamburger in it, or I don't think I could last that long without doing it. I don't think I can. People. But you all been good to me. I got nothing to go and snack on. I don't have any crackers where I can make me peanut butter and crackers. I just go in there and stick my finger in the peanut butter and lick it or get a spoon and do it. Because I've cut my bread down except when it comes to Braunschweiger and mayonnaise. Well, I'm going to buy me a ham tomorrow. I got to look, see what they got at Walmart, because that's where I'm planning to go. That'd be after I go to the bank, Tractor Supply, get those 2 44-pound bags of cat food, about $60, and a bag of bird seed for the outside birds. From there, to Tractor Supply, to RMC, pay my electric bill. From there to Charlestown to the post office, get my mail. I'm expecting something coming from somebody. It should be there. From there, go to the JC Smoke Shop. Get my Stoker's big bucket of dip, which is about 10 cans in it, I guess. It's cheaper than what I was paying for what I was getting. This cost me about $24 with tax, about $25. And when I got my 10 cans, when Indiana raised the taxes up on cigarettes, it went up $5. So by getting this little bucket. Sorry, people. This bucket right here, that's about $25. I know it's copyrighted. And I use those buckets to put things in. You know, maybe screws or nails, stuff like that I put in it. I wash it all out, let it dry, and put it in a box, you know, take it out to the shed and put things in it. 709 ham and cheese. I could use a good ham and cheese, but I have ham tomorrow, which it's going to take me a day or so to cook it in a crock pot, because that's the only way to do it. Turn it down on low. Put the pineapple. Well, before the pineapple, you kind of rub some butter over it, then put the pineapple. Turn it on low and let it cook slow. But where did I get the ham the last time? Did I get it at Walmart or the JC store? I might get it at the JC. I have to go to the JC store to get the Braunschweiger because Walmart don't have. They got Braunschweiger, but it's smaller. They got like the staples on the end. You got to cut it off. I want all my Braunschweiger instead of just what stays in when you cut it. That's made mostly for like crackers. So I might do that. So people, help me get my watch hours up. I'm at the point now, if I could get my watch hours up, since I'm over 500, I can get monetized. So help me get my watch hours up. If you watch an hour, you know, just go to the bathroom and take your bath and come back, you know, like that. I just belch. But I want to thank you all for coming here, being my family, you know, somebody to talk to. You all, 709 helps me through things. But people, I don't know how 709 and other people in Canada does it. Like here, we get maybe a dusting to 6 inches of snow, sometimes more. But that's not every time. But people in Canada, when it snows, they get 12 to 15 inches or more every time it snows. They don't get 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. They get 12 to 15 inches of snow every time it snows. If that was me, I couldn't even walk to the mailbox. I couldn't get out of my driveway. I couldn't walk to my car with 12 inches of snow. I'd be pushing snow down my driveway to the main road. I couldn't survive like that unless I had a 4-wheel drive Jeep. I know there's pickup trucks. But I kind of like Jeeps. You know, it would have to be a new Jeep. Hello, R.E.M. Did you work hard last night? That's okay. I know you work hard. I know you work hard at the hospital as a nurse since last night was New Year's Eve. Oh, okay. I hope you don't work too hard. I know last night was a bad night because it was New Year's Eve. People with alcohol poison. I don't know if people dumb enough to drive drunk in Canada and wreck. I don't know. So, welcome. You take it easy. Take care of those people. And I've always say in all my YouTube channels, people thank a nurse for their service. Thank a nurse for their service. Because them nurses that work in the ER works hard. It takes a special person like RM there. I call him RM, but it's REZA. But when I first met him about a year ago, RM. He's a nurse that works in the hospital in Canada. You know, around the ER, trauma care, like that. It's hard on nurses, people that works in the hospital. And I want you people thank a nurse for their service, because they don't get it enough. I know some people is mean to nurses. But every time I was in the hospital, I've always been nice to a nurse. Because a nurse can make it rough on you. You know, they can make it rough on you. Hello, Jessica. I saw your video last night or this morning, whatever time it was. And it looked like when you was live, like your video was kind of freezing up sometimes. But you had a good video last night, Jessica. Keep it up. Keep it up. And thank you, RM, for the job that you do for the people in Canada. I'm not saying because he's on here. I do this every night, people. Try to get you all to thank a nurse that works in the doctor's office or in the hospital. It takes a very special person to be a nurse at a hospital. ER, critical care, taking care of babies, critical, the burn unit. It takes a very special person. So I want you all to thank a nurse. And thank you, RM, for being the great person you are to the people of Canada. Thank all the nurses in Canada and the doctors too in Canada. Thank you. You, like I said, people, it got to be crazy in a hospital in Canada. I know people can't film it, and you can't talk about what's going on. But since yesterday was New Year's Eve, do people drive drunk? 709 can answer it. Does people in Canada New Year's Eve drive drunk? Do they get arrested for drunk driving? I don't know that much except don't you work too hard. I know he works hard at his job in the field that he's in. He works awful hard. No wonder he's wore out. His job is stressful on him. It's hard on. What do you do? Falling out of the window again, Margaret? And, it's hard for nurses who works in the ER, especially Canada people. It's cold in Canada. It snows worse. or ICU. Well, I know you told me, but I tell people the ER. I try to cover everything. ICU, I try to cover every nurse, even the ones that works where you at. You probably show people this video, but REM, and I try to educate people by what you tell me about Canada. I know people that lives in Ontario, Newfoundland, and I like learning history about the weather and the people who lives in Canada. No snow. You need to move over where 709 is. I think he got snow over where he is. Minus 30, oh lordy, minus 13 Celsius, which, what's that in Fahrenheit? I can't remember how to calculate stuff like that, but minus 13, it's cold. I freeze to death. I freeze to death. That is too cold for me, people. I love St. John's too there, REM, until they done what they done on Hudson and Rex to Charlie, Florida. I won't watch Hudson and Rex. I love St. John's. Whoa, that was a little dizzy spell. Lordy. It was a little dizzy spell. I thought I was going to fall, and I'm sitting down. I'm sitting down and felt like I got a little dizzy, like I was falling, and I'm sitting down. If you visit there, you probably ran into 709. I'm going to have to, I haven't been to the mall in a long time. See if I can get a map of Canada. Put it up on my wall. St. John's for me, people, probably be 24 to 48 hour drive for me. I love St. John. I don't know, but it just happened just like that. Like I was going, you saw that all once I was dizzy. I don't know. I feel okay. My heart's, I don't know. I just went to the doctor, let's see, Monday. My blood pressure, that's what I'm doing. I drank a couple glasses of water, but I'm going to drink some water after I empty this Pepsi Zero. I usually drink 2 glasses of this here I usually drink 2 glasses of water before I go to bed. You know, keep me all flushed out, you know. You know, but that was a little dizzy spell. I don't know why that done that. Alexi, why are you on my lap? You tell me there's something wrong? Why can't you talk human and tell me what's wrong? Because she's sitting on my lap telling me that there's something wrong. Lordy. That's weird. Man, it felt like he was going like this, and I'm sitting down. You know. Oh, well. What did I eat today? I ate some fried chicken, had some peanut butter and honey. I had 2 slices of pizza from Papa John's. Because my son, instead of cutting pizza like this, he wanted to cut up in little squares. And he got the thin crust. I said, get the thin crust pizza because it's better because it don't have that much bread in it. And I don't want to put 100 pounds back on since I lost over 100 pounds in the last couple of years. I am. I will or am. I listen to the nurses and the doctor. I'm on, like I said, my blood pressure's okay with my little, what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Well, my sugar is 84 mg. That's not too low. I'm in the safe range. So, I'm in the safe range. Oh. See, that's what my reading is on my little freestyle libel. I used to have the app on my phone, but I had to get rid of some apps. And I knew I had this. I had to charge it up. Let's see what my history was today. At 11:24, it was 84. At 5:11, it was 91. At 3:12 p.m. was 103. When I woke up, it was around 80, 85. So, it's just, like I say, it's never, they said the average is 107. So the average for, there hasn't been 7 days yet, but the average is 107. It never gets over 200. It never gets over 200. it does get low, then I stick my finger and it's okay. I don't think I took my medicine today. I don't think. Or did I? I think I took it this morning. I don't know. That's one thing I hate by not having a girlfriend. They remind me to take my medicine. Maybe one day I get me a hillbilly foxy lady, as Joanne says. But I will sometime tomorrow, like I say, I'll be on a road trip, about 50, close to maybe 60 miles, because I got to pay my water bill. It's up on the other side of Scottsburg, what they call Austin, Indiana. Then I come back, might stop at the JC store, get me some Braunschweiger, probably some milk, but I still have to go to Walmart and get one out because JC store don't carry it. So I do that. So people, RM, you take it easy. And people in Canada, like I say, I don't know RM personally. But he's a nurse that works in the ER, trauma, and all this. And I've seen nurses who works in the ER, critical care unit, ICU. I've seen them. 'Cause I've been in the ICU a few times in my life. And they worked hard. And I still want you people here on my family or who watches it, thank a nurse for their service. They do a great job in a hospital or a doctor's office. Even the men nurses. As you all know, it's always been a woman's field in nursing. You had some in the Korean War that was men. But they didn't get to be second lieutenants, maybe sergeant, corporal. But they took the same training as the ladies did. But the men has to work harder because it's always been a woman's field. So I want you all to think a nurse the next time you're at the hospital or you go visit somebody in a hospital. Think a nurse for the... I'm trying, Josh. I'm trying to keep it up, trying to keep myself healthy. You know, I'm trying to be nice, polite, try to help people out. I think that's what God wants me to do, to help you all younger people out. And, you know, I believe that's what he wants me to do, to help you all younger people out. Try to teach you do the right things as your parents is trying to teach you. Trying to help you to learn how to survive in this world. Try to get you to help us old people out, you know, because you're smart on computers. You smart up here that you can help us to keep going. And that's what I want. I believe that's what God wants me to do, to help you all people out. God wants you to help me out too, if you can. And I want you all to quit hating people. quit being racist against each other. Blacks, white, purple, green, blue, red, or whatever. But remember, no matter if you're a Muslim or Jew or whatever your race is, we got one thing in common. We got veins in here. The blood is red. It's not black blood, it's red blood. If you're black, you got red blood. If you're a Mexican, you got red blood. If you're Japanese, Chinese, you got red blood. If you're German, you got red blood. If you're Canadian, you got red blood. Remember that. Let's stop hating each other. That's what God wants. Let's stop all these wars that's going on all over the world, especially in Russia and Ukraine, which we should never got involved in it. We should stay out of it. But no, we had to get involved in it. And our tax dollars at work. And just quit hating everybody. Be nice to everybody. Your younger people, kids to grown-ups in the 18, 20, 25, 30 years old. You see an old man, an old lady. Said, hello, young man. Hello, young lady. How you doing today? You make them feel a lot better. They probably don't even hear it from their children. Instead of kids taking care of their mother and dad at home, they put them in a nursing home. That way they can get their money, you know. Even if you got a will saying you stay at home, they still put you in the nursing home. Just like my brother did to my mom. She wanted to die at her house with our kitty cats, mine and her kitty cat. She wanted to die at home. But my brother, no. He wanted her money. He stole every bit of money she had and I had. So the Lord would take care of him. You know. So, people, thank you. Thank you. And I don't know if Sunflower, I know half of her YouTube channel is Sunflower. The first part, I think, starts with an S. But she must come up here and watch my channel. She's worse than me on YouTube. I mean, she's stricter than I am. You know. She is stricter than I am on her YouTube channel. Instead of her putting you in timeout, she kicks you off of her YouTube channel. I watch her as long as she was on after midnight. I think there was 3 hours difference between me and her. I don't know if she was in California or where's she from. There was 3 hours time difference. But last night she had a green light on. You know. I think it's greener than this, I think she had on. It is. That's Alexi. That's Alexi. Her mother is over, that's her grandmother, Margaret, over in the window. Alexi knows there's something wrong with me. She's right on my lap, wants me to pet her. So she knows I was dizzy. That's one thing animals can tell people. They can tell you when there's something wrong. Dogs, cats, whatever kind of animal you got for a pet, they know when you feel bad. Just like 10 to 12 weeks ago on a Sunday, I done a video of it, show you where I fell off of my porch and fell 4 feet backward. I had all 5 kitty cats in here on my bed. Some up by my head, my feet, the side of me, every place where I should have got hurt. But God was watching me that day. So I want to thank you all beautiful people out there. Thank you for being here for me and being my family. You're more family to me than my a-hole brother is. I want to thank you all for it. And your foxy ladies being a good family. You know, I want to thank you all very much for being my family. Because when you get old, people forget about us. And you people here on YouTube keeps me going. I talk out things that I try to teach you all. Things that I buy that breaks or good or bad, I try to teach you all. You know, I try to teach you all that stuff. You're my family. And I love it. I love you all. God loves you all. And see, here's Alexi. You know, she's a pretty good girl. She's the baby. She's the youngest one here in the house. I got a few outside cats that's younger than she is.
Channel mode.
Medic 348, Montreal Township, Fire District 1. Non-emergency assist, 1815 Twinbrook Drive, Cross Street, Big Street Court, Newberry Road. Repeating for Medic 348, Montreal Township, Fire District 1. Non-emergency assist, 1815 Twinbrook Drive, Cross Street, Big Street Court, Newberry Road. Timeout, 2340.
That was at Salisbury, Indiana, which Salisbury is the 9-mile marker. I want to thank you all. Thank you for being my family. Thank you all for helping me. You know, keeping me from going bananas. Thank you all for all the help you have given to me. It's time to get off of here. So I want to thank you beautiful people. I love you all. Your ladies, your foxy ladies, I love you all. So I love you all. Well, a notification came over. I can't get out yet. I wish I had a computer. Goodbye. I love you. God bless.